Alright, I am happy to announce one of my secret projects. There is another secret project coming soon. I can't announce that one just yet, but I actually got in contact with somebody who found my ancient Wizard of Legend videos back when mods worked. You may remember I did a bunch of videos with the mods, but those stopped working when they updated the game. The person who made the mods kind of just like didn't want to do it anymore. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with that, but it sucked for people like me. I think this game has a ton of potential in terms of modding, but there's never really been much of a community. In terms of roguelike indie games with mod support, this game is definitely it doesn't get as much love as stuff like Isaac and Dead Cells and stuff like that. Uh, so I contacted this person and I gave him some requests. So what he made for me is probably going to be pretty obvious. He made this, which makes melee only Arcana drop, and then you can also parry. You also have innate parrying as well, which is how I ran the game before. Uh, he also added some more cloaks. I think this one gives you like no cooldown, but I didn't have enough gems to get them all. So we're just gonna do. I think I have this cloak on that just makes me invincible. We're just gonna test this out right now. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. This has been a long time coming. This is just going to be a victory run of sorts. I wasn't aware that this cloak gave me God mode, but I need to unlock some gems anyway. So let's just run through this really quick. I had everything unlocked, but I think I only had a couple gems left. I had like 140 gems left. Let's make sure melee only is working. Let's try to find the shop here. We'll just go through the rest. Could just cheat engine my gems, but I want to make sure the mod is actually working. He's still working on it, so benefits me to make sure that it's actually working. This is pretty boring, not gonna lie. We're gonna try out another run after this. Let's try to find the shop. Make sure melee only is working. Sure looks like it is. See if the parrying is working. I can't tell because of it. Alright, we'll have to test that next. Baby steps here. Gonna need quite a bit of gems, so been wanting to announce this for like a week, but he didn't really have it in a state where I could show it. So I always thought it was been a massive shame that this game never really got official mod support or like attention from the modding community. Alright, my goal is to get that cooldown item. Or the cloak, I mean. I might actually just back out of this run and try the other cloak. This is going to be pretty boring to watch, obviously. Still got a ways to go, though. I obviously don't want to play the game with God mode on, but trying to test things gradually here. Sure seems like it's working. Actually, let's just finish this run. It won't take that long. Effectively don't need any drops or anything. Might as well just finish it. I'm already halfway done with the game. If I can raise another about 65 more, then I can get the other cloaks. It's funny how you actually can get this busted in this game without using mods. I think they made this game a little bit too hard when they put out the Lightning Temple and the Wind Temple. My success rate for clearing runs went down drastically when they did that. I thought it was just placebo because I picked up this game pretty quickly. Kind of just used action game experience and got through it. So it's nice that the other cloaks aren't just God mode, they're like actual different ways to play the game. So if you've done everything in the game already, which most of us have, if you already have this game, it doesn't take that long to unlock everything. And I'm pretty sure that was done by design, then you're going to have some new ways to play. It's definitely one of the great things about roguelikes is having access to mods and stuff. And not every game is treated equal in that regard. Some games don't get official mod support. I don't think this game really needs it per se, mostly because it's on an easily exploitable engine. Kind of like what's going on with Kingdom Hearts 3. Another game I've been playing on the channel the past week. And that game's on Unreal Engine 4, so people broke it wide open pretty much within a few hours of it coming out. It's just this game never really got noticed as a good mod game. this is new. Wasn't aware they added this. It's not just a straight boss rush anymore. It's interesting. It probably really sucks if you're low on health. More gems is always welcome. Yeah, they did add like a new shop. Beautiful. Alright, that should be enough to check out the rest of the stuff. I think there's supposed to be like another temple that they're going to add. Hopefully they'll make the game a little bit less frustrating. I do feel the difficulty curve got a little bit busted when they started adding the extra temples. Some of those, the new temples, or new levels towards on level 3 are like just complete nightmares. 8-minute speedrun. Alright, let's check out the rest of this stuff. Let's see what other cool stuff he added before I just splurge on those cloaks. Okay, let's take off the broken cloak. You know what, evade chant sounds pretty good. I'll live with cooldowns. Let's try this. A little bit more interesting, not just spamming. Alright, this is gonna be more honest this time. What do we got here? These aren't particularly moves I really like. I'll take this. I like how this game was very skill-based. It wasn't, you know, about grinding. I remember when I got a review key for this game, and I remember when I got the game on Switch, which I did not get a review key for. I paid for that copy of the game out of my pocket. I beat the game on my first try. I had, like, basically nothing unlocked. I thought that was really cool about this game, but I do feel they made it a little bit too difficult when they started adding new levels. Some of them feel really unfair, but I think these cloaks are gonna flatten the curve a little bit. little bit more in the player's favor than the game itself. I'm gonna save up and try to get more moves. This is kind of what I don't like about this game. I don't get why they have so many elite class enemies at the beginning. Because, like, generally in a roguelike, the least interesting part is at the beginning when you have no semblance of a build. That's kind of why I stopped playing this game. It felt like they made it a little bit artificially hard. Which I find weird, because I remember when this game came out, people were actively saying the game was too difficult. I don't expect this to clear, by the way. I haven't played this game in a long time. I barely remember what a lot of the items do. That was one thing that people disliked about this game as well, is that some of the item descriptions are very unclear. Which is a problem in more popular roguelikes like Binding of Isaac Rebirth too, but here there's not as many items. The overall item balancing is better than Isaac, meaning that there's not so many crap items in general. But it'd still be a little frustrating when you don't know exactly what something does. Like I said, the person that was making the clarity mod just kind of left the community. Which is fine. I mean, I totally understand why someone would do that. I know from experience that doing stuff like this can be a thankless job. People will try to make money off your work and stupid stuff like that. It just sucks that nobody else really picked up the slack besides the person who made this. I desperately need more moves, so let's try to find the move shop. especially if you're running melee only. You need, it's no different than a beat 'em up or character action game when you have like 3 moves at the start. Or a Tails game. You know how in Tails games you get like 3 moves at the start and it's really boring and limiting. I definitely do feel like this game's balance got a little bit disjointed when they started buffing the enemies or whatever they did to make the game harder. That's gonna be pretty good. Let's grab this too for utility. Alright, now to find the regular shop. Alright, let's grab a heal, see what else is here. Nothing. Nothing good. Alright, let's get out of here. I do think one thing this game nails is having very short runs. Keep in mind this came out before Hades, around the same time as Hades actually. I don't like Hades as much as this game. I think this game has better combat, more depth to the combat in this game, but one thing I really like about Hades is that they have very short runs. Roguelikes, for me, at least for me, they fall apart when they're too long. I feel like there's too much of a sense of attachment at that point. You know, I can play roguelikes with really short runs like this for really long periods of time. But ones that are too long, I generally don't put much time into them. Nice. I don't want another dash right now. Well, let's see. Yeah, sure, why not? Why not? Got Wind Temple last, so I don't expect this run to really go anywhere. Got a pretty crappy build, all things considered. I don't have any good relics. Walking on air. This is what I'm talking about here. Stuff like that is kind of stupid. Very stupid, actually. bane of anybody who likes to play melee builds in any game is when the developers decide that projectile spam is what the game needs. Oh well, this run's pretty much toast now, but it's very clear everything is working. Alright, that's upgraded. Actually, that would be pretty good to have. Alright, we're gonna try to get that. I should have bought that first, huh? Oh well. Too late now. You can tell I'm like not in my old hardcore Wizard of Legend stance right now. It's alright, this is still a pretty good showcase of what he's added. I wasn't really expecting to clear today anyway. You guys have seen me clear this game countless times. I don't really have anything to prove. Just in it for fun today. Plays video games to have fun, right? Play them to get pissed off. One thing that's fun about playing like this is you, depending on what melee moves you get and the utility they have, mobbing can be very difficult, but bossing is very easy since most melee moves are also single target. So pretty much anything, anytime you stun a boss, they're going to take a ton of damage. It's an interesting dynamic to play in the game. As you can see here, it's not really broken in any way, but it can be pretty hard to get the exact stuff you want in this game. I remember when the last two updates came out, and people were saying, like, is the game harder, or did I just get bad at it? Everybody was asking the same question. Like, nope, it did get harder. Not entirely in a good way, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, sure. This run's toast anyway. Does it really matter at this point? I think not. We're in it to just show this off. They definitely made winning a lot less of a given when they added this. Which is fine, but I don't feel like some of the ways that they made the game harder are particularly fun or fair. So I can generally play a game I haven't played in a long time. I can generally come back to it and kind of get reaccustomed and de-rusted pretty quickly. And I thought that maybe that was it, but then I saw all those threads on the forums and kind of confirmed my suspicions. It's not me. It's just kind of how much harder they made the game in general. This game definitely asks a lot more out of you than a lot of other roguelikes. You know, a lot of people have said Binding of Isaac is like, a lot of it is not skill, a lot of it is actually knowing what the items do and making the right choices You definitely still do have that in this game, but they don't really want you to be tanking anything. You actually have to dodge the attacks. Which is not easy for everybody, obviously. I don't think some of those Arcana were supposed to spawn. That will go into the bug report. Like how when this came out, they basically admitted that they don't know how to write a story. I'm like, man, I don't care about that. Just give me good gameplay. So from a roguelike standpoint, it's pretty interesting how there's like no casualties in this game. None of the bosses die. Kind of how Assault Spy is too. There's like no casualties in that game. The entire cast dies, and the basic enemies are all robots. They're not sentient robots either. Alright, here's where the run dies. Music here is really good. Problem with this game was it didn't have many tracks, so it did get repetitive hearing the music. But what they've got in there is pretty damn good, I must say. Just got annihilated. Oh well, that went surprisingly far considering how rusty I am at this game. I definitely don't remember what a lot of the items do. Let's see, what other items did he add? I'm not sure how many I'm missing. I think there's only just those. There's a couple more, actually. Alright, did I get everything? Sure did. Alright, well, next run I'll get that cursed item cloak, and maybe I can make some fun builds or something. If you want the link is in the description. He will be adding more stuff to it. If you still play this game, or you stopped playing it because it doesn't have the material replay value that a lot of other roguelikes like this have, where there's lots of mods and different ways to play the game. You know, like Isaac has like full new conversions of the game with like double the content and stuff like that. If you have any reasonable requests, like, you know, I want to buff this specific move, or I want this specific item in the game, or I want a cloak that, you know, promotes this certain build, I can go ahead and suggest those things to him. It seems like he's pretty open to suggestions. I'm going to make a couple suggestions to him as well. I think I actually got some ranged arcana in that build, in that last run. There are some things he needs to work on, but if you still have this game installed, I definitely would recommend checking out the mod. It's going to give you a lot of new ways to play the game. Thanks for watching.